Everybody, it is Matt and that is Dyan. Welcome back to OK Aussie. I'm coming to get you. You've got your helmet on because you're not walking very well at the moment. It is Sunday, the 25th of May, 6:22 p.m. Just checking the timestamp. Dyan's just been doing some weird walking, dysmetric walking. Not really ataxic, but dystonic. She's overdid her thing. She could not walk from the bed to the toilet 2 or 3 steps, undercarriage dropping, without collapsing. We're going to get her back into bed and check some obs. You're not doing your ribbon right now. Come on. Now, let's actually try you walking by yourself.
Maybe it's gone.
Maybe it's gone. Let's go. That's not done. Okay, stop on the stool. This is why we have stools all over the place, by the way. Next stop is there.
What is it, the dunk stool?
Oops, there goes your... Hey, that's very... That was very convenient. Hey, someone just suggested.
Give it to me.
No. For the moment, I want you to kind of walk without that because I need to see what's actually going on. Why would I not have cat fur on me? The cats are everywhere.
Dust bunny.
Okay, we'll get the dust bunny another day. Walking 3 or 4 steps. Let's see what's going on. The undercarriage about 13 years ago, Dyan started having walking issues. Walking issues where her undercarriage, like this, the legs would collapse from underneath. Couldn't walk in straight lines.
Because I did this.
You did a bit of cleaning. You packed a bag. She's packing her bags because she's going to the hospital tomorrow. We're expecting seizures and dystonia tomorrow once she starts all the preparation stuff. Not today because today she's been resting. Except for cleaning.
I had to pack my face cream.
And packing her bag. Right, next walk. Let's put that down because I don't want you dropping anything.
I'm kind of busy. No, I'm kind of busy.
We're here. We're doing things. Can we do that another day, OCD?
Look.
You're not going to get it. Can we do this, please, another day?
Why do we have to cut? Why do we always cut our nails on days we need them?
Can we do this another day? Can we? Thank you.
No, I got.
You haven't. It's going to tear.
It's not.
It's going to tear.
I got this.
You haven't got this. Dyan's got OCD. While she's doing that, if you're not aware, obsessive compulsive disorder, she's saying something.
I have to.
She can't stop. Okay. 22q, 11.2 deletion syndrome, the umbrella term. It's a chromosomal disorder. She has a microdeletion on the 22nd chromosome. We have 23 pairs of chromosomes. That microdeletion means she's missing 3 million DNA building blocks. 30 to 50. 30 to 50 genes are missing. 180 possible clinical symptoms. This weird walking, movement disorders, that's part of it. But she hasn't had the dysmetric walking, the dropsies as I call it, for 13 years. It was the initial onset before all the seizures started. Yeah, and she's had a lot of those, thousands of seizures. She gets a lot of them. Tonic seizures, probably her worst combination of anything. Atonic, dropsy seizures, forward head drops, those sort of seizures. Myclonus, absent seizures. Focal, aware and unaware. Impaired awareness type seizures. Lots of different types. Dystonia is another thing that she also gets. Right, we're going to get you walking for the next phase. I'm trying to get you to bed because I need to get you some pulse oximetry. I want to check your blood pressure. I want to check your temperature.
How serious my OCD actually is, guys. It actually is. Can you put that in a little bin? And then I'm ready to come across. Okay,
now we're going to put the stool here ready to shove under your bum if you need it.
It's really hot.
Ataxia, which is a walking issue in its own right, balance related, should normally pinball bounce off, but this is not the ataxia when her legs are losing the ability to hold herself up. But it should be, I believe, part of dystonia, part of the dysmetric walking side of things. Okay, good throw. Well done, you. That's okay.
Are you ready?
I'm unaided. I'm behind you if you need me. All right, let's go. I just want to see what you're doing, what you're capable of doing. Standing up will be good.
Shit, I didn't realise that was going to happen.
It's okay. You're doing really well.
I'm fine. Look at that.
She's fine. Oh, look at that. It's like magic. She's in the bed.
What is he stressing about?
What am I stressing about? You call that normal? I don't call that normal.
For me, it's normal.
No, it's not normal, and you know it.
For me, it's normal.
You're abnormal in so many ways. Right, we're going to do a few things, miss.
Just checking this jumper in case I need it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, she's in hospital for procedures, colonoscopy and endoscopy. That's going to start a flush out and a clean out process. She's going in a day before the procedure so that she can be supervised and managed. Because likely she's going to have dystonia seizures going through the medication process. She hasn't started that process yet.
And heart problems.
And heart and oxygen
And
problems.
all sorts of oxygen problems.
Let's bring the Bluetooth up.
Who knows when they'll let me out of there?
Yeah, Bluetooth is on. Volume is up. Right.
Not happy.
You're not a happy, Jen. I'm sorry you're not happy.
We really have to put this on?
Yeah, we really do. I'm going to take some obs because you know what? That's not normal, miss. Hand, please.
You're not normal.
I'm not normal. I think we might have the definitions of normality mixed around here. Okay, can you make it a little bit harder for me? Should I just crawl over? No, you're moving your hand.
No, let me hold this.
Now you're making it easier. Really? I couldn't make this harder if I tried, could I? Okay, finger in, please. Alright, good
I
girl.
got this.
Have you?
I got this.
Good. I'm glad someone's got this.
Right, it's on.
Finger
Ooh,
two.
Vibration there.
Right.
That was a
Get
thrill.
that on.
That's the biggest thrill I'm going to get this
The
week.
pulse oximetry, the wearable pulse oximetry that we use, is connected to the iPad via Bluetooth. It will give me real-time data of oxygen stats,
Oh my goodness.
heart rate, and also
Can I take the helmet off? I'm
movement.
laying down.
Are you going to walk anywhere?
No.
Are you promising you're not going to try and stand up and do anything
Is this
silly?
charm safe? Why can't I?
Is it you safe?
Alright. Put that in the room.
Right, let's bring up the Vi Health app and let's get some
Put that
stats
for
and
the
data.
hospital, 'cause
Yes, it is
blah,
going. It's going in the
blah,
wheelchair
blah,
bag.
blah. Well, whatever.
Whatever.
Anyway,
Right.
just don't buckle it weirdly.
Okay. I don't
It's not
buckle
about
it.
colour, really.
It's not about
There's
colour.
a pretty scarf, and I have beanies that I'm going to use over
Yeah,
it.
well, very helpful if you fall over and hurt yourself. Clean
That's
yourself
the point
on,
of
mate.
it.
The corner of a table, bar work. You'll be doing your head in badly if you
I
do
was
that.
dropping to the floor. I would have been safe. I would have been on the floor.
Really, with a broken tailbone? Yeah, right.
I've done figure skating and landed on my tailbone. You dropped my Pop-Tart.
I have no
You
words.
dropped my Pop-Tart.
That's a Pop-Tart, is it?
I decided it's a Pop-Tart.
You've decided that's a Pop-Tart. Would you like me to put your Pop-Tart back up?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Who has a Pop-Tart?
I have Pop-Tarts. Is
Right.
this going to hospital?
Your
Care
heart rate
Bears?
is at 80.
Care Bears.
Right. Oxygen stats is good at 97. Great. Heart rate shouldn't be at 80. You really exceeded yourself. Dyan's resting heart rate should be between about 52 and 55
Not
beats
having a
per
seizure.
minute. No, you're not. Oxygen saturation levels are commonly dropping out for Dyan on a regular basis.
Being dramatic.
I'm being dramatic. I think your
I
walking
was
is dramatic.
watching some tea on Gypsy Rose, man.
I know, right?
Trying to keep up with the tea on this chick. Gosh, she's good.
Mm.
You know, these criminals, I tell you what, you've got to keep on top of them. They're malignant.
37.2.
That's nothing for me.
Not warm at all. Are you in any pain?
No, I was just hungry, but now that's satisfied with my soup.
So you're definitely not in
Had
any
pumpkin
pain.
soup because as of tomorrow, I bet you it's going to be beef
Broth.
and chicken broth,
Water.
beef and chicken broth, beef
Water.
and chicken broth, and probably all that empty out stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Fun.
start seizing. It'll be like, yeah.
But that's okay. It'll be in a hospital. It's a nice, safe
It's
environment
not-
for it to happen.
Doesn't mean it's less stressful for me,
No, I know.
but at least it's safe.
That's exactly right.
That's what the point of it is.
100%.
Safety first, but I'd rather be home. So you people that get to do this at home and go under twilight, you are lucky.
In and out, same day, a couple of hours later, back home.
Lucky,
You beauty.
lucky.
Now, because Dyan's sitting slightly upright, she's also just done a bit of strenuous activity going from the toilet to her bed. We expect that her blood pressure will be slightly elevated than its normal baseline, which it's not all that much actually, which is interesting. 92 over 60 and pulse is 61.
I
Now,
had some chest pain about 2 hours ago.
You'd like to tell me that now, would you? Dyan is
Now that it's
autistic, ADHD,
relevant.
OCD and Tourette's.
No, I
With
thought
the
it's now
autistic
relevant.
side of things, the intraception, where
No,
she doesn't always
I
have
didn't
good
think it was
communication, let alone knowledge of internal states and relevancy to explain I'm feeling pain and where it is.
Itch your foot.
So the chest pain has subsided and gone away since that point
Yes,
in time.
it has.
Dyan's baseline 85 over 65 will be her normal blood pressure. So with this, having just done that activity and also still sitting upright, it actually tells me that that's actually not right. Your blood pressure should be a lot lower for you. Why are we yawning? It's only 6:31. Oxygen stats are 95.
I don't. Why are you asking me? Am I a doctor or a nurse?
Dyan, can you
No.
count by 7 backwards from 100?
100. 93.
It's okay. It's okay. So just doing a cognitive test just to see Dyan's capabilities at this point in time. Cognitively, and this is where the seizures come into it, Dyan may be under a bit of duress, hence why the walking is also going on. She may be having some preemptive stages of seizures.
93.
Yeah.
86. 79. 72.
It's okay. Distress can be also seen as pre-ictal as well. Did your jaw just go a little bit just prior to that as well? No. Oxygen stats at 95, heart rate is at 63. Dyan's going Syncope right now, offline. 6:33. Yeah, you feel sick, don't you, Bubba? I know. Sorry, but I expected this. You're going to have an anti-nausea. I'm going to get some other medications into you immediately, though. You've already had a clonazepam. Dyan's face is starting to show blepharism and oromandibular. Right, Dyan. I know, this is going to help you with the nausea. It's medicinal CBD 1010. It's a combination of CBD THC, 0.5 ml draw. Good girl. Presented beautiful, just down the left side. I'm going to give you an ondanza, try and form the gram wafer in a second. It's okay. Some of the irony of this, Dyan's had support staff today. They've actually finished at 6 p.m. Current time is 6:34. No staff on site. Can't choose when you're having events, episodes, seizures, dystonia, or walking issues, or neurological related issues. Tell me, Bubba. Okay, just pop that underneath your tongue. Good girl. It's alright. Sorry, sweet thing. It's okay. You're going to be okay. The walking, dysmetric walking, will be obviously a pre-ictal sign to something happening for Dyan. So, ticking.
Ew.
Not a fun taste, is it?
Ew.
It's quite potential that Dyan's heart rate will drop out in oxygen, so we're just going to monitor her as she goes. She's showing indications that she's tired, but she can go in a seizure in that position. We have the Semi 3 camera, which is a 24/7, so nighttime, daytime monitoring for movement sensor detection device. That's running all the time, and with that we are able to pick up a lot of the activities around the clock. Dyan had some seizure activity, dystonia a lot last night, seizure activity the night before. She's had a lot of regular seizures lately, increasing in frequency, intensity and duration. Hey sweetie, what's happening? You're tired. Medical oxygen concentrator is prepared. Hey sweetie, I know, I just need to be able to see your face to know what's actually going on, okay? I'm sorry. I know you're tired, but you're still very tired. At 6:36 and she should not be feeling tired. We haven't given the medications to actually make her tired yet. Oxygen stats are at 97, great. Heart rate's at 61. Vocal stimming, or part of the Tourette's. Tourette's comes in conjunction a lot of the time with these conditions, so you'll get both of the motor tics as well as the vocal tics. Just in case, just pricing a bluey. I want to overheat you. Where are we at? Temperature 15 degrees outside. Temperature, room temperature is 24.1, so it's spot on our ideal temp range. Oxygen sets to 97, heart rate's reducing, however, at the moment. So that's 60, 59. So Dyan's had the first lot of her night medications at 5:15 p.m. That was an ondansetron, 2 milligrams, as well as the third of the sodium valproate. So her seizure medications are up to speed. I've just given her some ondansetron, 4 milligrams just for the nausea, and she's had, like I said, a clonazepam previously, 2 milligrams for muscle relaxant. The medicinal CBD THC combo will help with a range of things: nausea, pain, seizure. You're cold, sweetie? Yeah, room temperature is increasing a little bit. It's 24.2. Do you have any chest pain at all, Bella? No? That's good.
No, my eyes, my eye ready.
Is your art ready? No, your art's actually not ready at the moment. The weather has not allowed your art to be ready.
Is my table better?
Yes, your dining table was lovely that you've made. Hey?
I made it pretty.
You have made it very, very pretty. So we shouldn't be expecting any activities today. It's nothing was on the predictability. She's just going into oromandibular. So jaw thrusting on the left-hand side.
It's so itchy.
Why are you so itchy, kitten? So tomorrow morning at about 10 a.m. we should be receiving a call from the hospital. That's been from the admissions unit to tell us to come on in and bring Dyan in around about 10:30 a.m. Then we'll start all of the medications for the bowel cleanse, with the last medication for the bowel cleanse given at 4 a.m. in the morning. And then the procedure should be scheduled for first thing in the morning, Tuesday morning. However, the procedure may not go ahead if she's having lots of seizures, respiratory and cardiac crashes. You can see the jaw on the left-hand side thrusting.
I need to wash my hair in the morning.
Well, that's what we're going to try and do. You want to be clean before you get into hospital because you're going to have a few days where you're not going to be able to.
I want to be able to clean my hair.
Oxygen stats at 97%, 96%, heart rate's at 62. Now last night Dyan had focalised dystonia both in the left and the right elbow, so pain preictal to her having focal dystonia in the left and right hands. That sustained for a period of time and then released as she went off to sleep around about 11 o'clock late last night. The night before that, she was having more dystonia with tonic-clonic seizures. So we haven't exactly had a day break of things, to be honest. And of course, going into a procedure like she's doing is very risky when her heart and oxygen stats can do what they do. And she can go into having a range of seizures. What's wrong, Bubba? You're feeling hungry, kitten.
No.
You were feeling hungry before, were you?
Yeah, you let me have soup.
I know. I've only allowed you to have soup because unfortunately, with the special diet that you have to have prior for the preparation, that's what you're only allowed to have at the moment. You can see the ticking in the upper body. You're so cute. You want some water? Of course you can have some water.
I feel so sick.
I know. So just have a very, very, very small mouthful. Just be careful of the dysphagia for swallowing. A little bit in the mouth.
Very nice chips.
Focus. Alright, kid. Focusing means actually focusing. It's very difficult in this phase of going through dystonia and seizures, ticking, to be able to concentrate on doing things such as simply drinking. You want to try a little bit more? Good girl. You've done really well. Currently 6:43 p.m. Sunday the 25th of May. You'll see Dyan's right eye is pretty much fully closed. Left eye is at about 1/3 position. The blepharism, which is the part that affects from the face. So blepharism is part of the segmented cranial dystonia. The cranial dystonia affects things such as neck tilts, where the head will tilt on either axle, left to right, forward or back. She is obviously having segmented cranial where the face muscles, the oromandible, which is the jaw muscles, and also the eye muscles are engaged. That affects the eyelids, eyelashes, eyebrows. What's happening? You're getting dystonia in your hand here? Okay. Pain indications on the left hand. So what she's trying to do here is pull almost like a cramp. So we actually just give you a gentle bit of traction. I'm holding on to the left radial joint whilst also just pulling the left arm forward. That can sometimes actually help with the dystonia. Left eye is fully closed. Right eye is now at third mast. She is jaw thrusting on the left hand side with oromandible. Bruxism is where the teeth will grind. In these sort of phases, apart from also having seizures, you can also get biting of the lips, tongue or cheek. Oxygen stats are good, 97%, heart rate's at 64. We're on the device, we're monitoring as we go along. We have alerts set, so in case anything happens, the alarms will tell me if we hit certain thresholds.
I'm okay, I just want to watch TV.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to watch TV with your eyes fully closed though, kitten, isn't it? And syncope, 6:44, passing out. The irony, I say, of this was that I'd requested that Dyan be put into hospital today for this morning, so that in the initial preparation stages, before the big stages, she's been supported and monitored in a medical environment on the neurological ward, so that if she's going through seizures and dystonia, weird walking, movement disorders, Tourette's or whatever else that's going on for her, she has a team around her, and we can call MET calls, crash team, for the doctors to come in and give other additional medications or put her onto an IV cannula and make sure that she's balanced. At the moment, we don't have that, so we're going to be monitoring this from home. Now, at the very least, we're going in tomorrow to do the primary preparation, but you can see that we're having an episode today, right now, where we're at. Hello. In the morning we're going into hospital. Right eyebrow is drooped down, so we've got some neuropathy coming and affecting the right hand side, part of the blepharism. Left eye is fully closed. Right eye is half open.
Am I allowed to have my fruit?
Yep. Your fruit squeezies? Yep, absolutely. You can have those. Pureed fruit is perfectly fine for this.
Yes, it's not clear.
Yeah, it's okay. You also need to have some nutrients, otherwise you're going to crash. And if you don't have some nutrients in you, then they'll be dealing with other things and cancelling your procedure. So it's a juggling act between getting the right balance of everything that will be needed.
That's really cold.
Current temperature is 24 degrees inside the room.
That's cold.
It's lovely. Has that cramp in your left hand settled?
26, 28 degrees is warm.
Yeah, it's very warm. How's your left hand feeling at the moment? Released? Nothing in the wrist? Good.
It's fine.
Lovely. I'm glad that cramp's finished.
I have a problem.
You've got lots of problems. Zara's wearing your oxygen. She's had problems too. Oxygen stats for Dyan are 98%, heart rate's at 60. At the moment, all we're getting is the dystonia. So we've had some left side focalized dystonia activity in the arm. We've obviously had some segmented cranial dystonia in the face. Prior to that, we've had some dysmetric walking, which is part of the movement order of generalized dystonia. No chest pains, Dyan. Dyan is very, very fatigued, as you can see from the repetitive yawning. And cognitively a little bit challenged. What's the day? What day is it today, Dyan?
It's May.
Yeah, it's May. What day is it though?
No longer birthdays.
What day is it, Ma? Day of the week.
20 something.
Yep, what day of the week is it?
Oh, it's Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Yes, it is Sunday. Well done, you.
People back.
Yes, you do have some pimple patches on today for some reason. You don't normally have those.
It's chicken roll.
Ah, the Chico roll's very oily, hey?
So Australian.
So Australian.
Chicken roll and chocolate milk, please.
Yep.
And a jam cream donut.
Yes. Now, while you're cold as it, have you got any pain
And
at
a
all?
sausage roll.
Dyan, do you have any pain?
Cream finger one.
Diane, answer the question. Do you have any pain?
No,
Okay.
headache.
You've got a headache. How bad is your headache?
It's not nice.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but this is the backwards and forwards. First of all, trying to get identification of where and if she's in pain, what sort of level, quantity of pain, where the pain actually happens to be, and then how I can actually manage the pain.
Now my feet are cold.
Right, well that's okay at the moment. I'd rather them cold than not.
My socks cold.
No, they've gone away for the night. You're very tired at 6:49 p.m. You were watching some stuff on the TikToks, weren't you? Yeah, you'll get back to it shortly.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Right, this one. Left, right one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the cramps are the dystonia. So dystonia is actually a cramping muscular contraction condition. The dystonia will literally causes a shortening or contracture of the muscle groups and then cause disfigurement, weird positioning of those limbs in weird shapes. It also causes a fibrillation, like a shaking, intense shaking action. So just like a cramp, you're going to actually deal with it here by pressing into that muscle group. What, both legs simultaneously?
Yeah.
I've only got 2 arms, you realise that? What's next?
You're too rough.
I'm too rough.
Yes, you're too rough.
Right.
I do have chicken legs.
You are a chicken and you do have chicken legs. I agree.
I mean,
Now, the dystonia side of things...
I've got a fat belly.
Oh, have you? Really?
Bum.
I don't think so.
I have
Wishful thinking.
Big
The
tatas.
dystonia comes from, for Dyan, and for most people, dystonia is originating in the basal ganglia in the brain. Dyan specifically has bilateral calcification of the basal ganglia, along with a movement condition that's known as Farr's disease. She's under Professor Henry Holden in the UK, with supporting for that. It was another one of her many rare conditions that she gets. Just giving some tight pressure.
Please.
I'm squeezing your legs. I know.
Thank you.
It's okay. Painful muscle contractions. That's on top of already having a hyperflexibility condition, Ehlers Danlos. 13 different subtypes, and Dyan's got a few of those, but with the hypermobility, it just means that her joints can pop out very, very easily. And that's part of why we're very worried when we have these dystonic contractions, autonomic clonic seizures, particularly, or tics from the Tourette's. she can easily, with the motor tick action, dislocate, sublux, any of those joints. A lot of patients with 22q rapidly dislocate their patella, the knee joints as well. Let's take
I
your feet
was
up.
told my patella was off centre because it's normal.
Yeah, you're off centre, all right. A lot of
He said
midline
I'm
things.
one of those people.
Yes, well, he didn't know at the time that you had 22q, 11.2 deletion syndrome, and if
No,
you
he
did,
didn't.
the medical clinical research would
This
actually have
was
said
when I was in
that
my
makes sense.
20s.
Yeah. Dyan's presented to hospital thousands of times since a child. Only
Is you on top of that foot?
on top of this foot.
Do everything. It's just a random itch.
You got a random itch now.
Yeah, you got it on that side.
On this side, okay. Lovely. Cramps are finished off.
Yes.
Hands are okay. Just wriggle both fingers for me. Okay, good, lovely. Wriggle your toes for me. Good. Can you open your eyes nice and broad and wide? Yeah, not very good. We'll work on that one. You might poke out your tongue for me. Okay, not quite lateral either. Okay, that's fine. Relax, bring it back in. How's your body feeling?
It's not very ladylike to do.
Well, unfortunately, neurological tests aren't very ladylike at the best of times anyway. But it helps to get me an indication of what muscles are engaged, what part of your brain is engaged, and what your brain is doing, whether it's totally online or offline, so to speak. Cramps finished on your calves? You feeling okay?
Yes.
Okay, good signs.
Your feet are very cold.
Okay, cold is not a bad thing.
We put the heaters on.
No, we cannot put the heaters on. I'm trying to find your socks though.
Why?
Oxygen stats at 97, heart rate is 59.
Why can't I put the heaters on?
I don't want to overheat you and get you into a febrile seizure. Thanks very much, that's why.
Hey.
Yeah, sure.
No, look at me.
Okay, at the moment I'm actually looking at you and categorically,
I'm normally worse. You think?
what did you just do then? Oh my goodness me.
Why are there pieces of my hair in everything around my house?
Because you have so much hair?
There's hair everywhere.
Hair today, gone tomorrow?
And my carers vacuum all the time. And yet my hair is everywhere.
Literally everywhere, man. Coming up. Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay, that's good.
Can I have my heat pack on my upper back?
Absolutely you can. You got feeling some contractions there?
Yes.
You can't sit forward by yourself?
No.
No. Okay. I'm just using these little tests to get indications of what she can and can't do, and she's heavy and floppy. So she's not doing all that well, to be honest. She's putting on a brave face. But this little chicken...
No. Settings 2.
Okay, so you don't want it that hot.
It's enough.
Is enough. Okay.
If not, I step it up.
Okay, head pain, has it gone away, or you still have the headache feeling?
It's gone down notches.
Gone down notches. Okay. Seizures commonly will bring in the headaches for Dyan, particularly around the top of the cranium. Where are you going now? Nausea. What's our water? Water.
That's my Gastroparesis.
Just from having some soup, it does make you unfortunately a bit unwell in the tummy.
The tin's too big. Can they shrink the tin just by 75 mils? That'll be really nice of them.
Well, we can always split the tin in half, you know, put half in another bowl.
Can't we just make Gastroparesis section of a supermarket?
Honey, we're still working on the gluten-free section of the supermarket and getting that just right.
Just put a bag in. I'm done doing it this way. I'm going to say to my Gastroparesis nurse, I quit.
Okay, I know. It's not
I
much fun.
always feel sick. I'm always throwing up.
So the reason why Dyan's going to see gastroenterology tomorrow, going in as an inpatient for preparation and actually then having colonoscopy and endoscopy, is that
It's
because
more ulcers.
she is under gastroenterology. In fact, she's under 22 or 23, I can't even bother counting anymore, different specialists for her condition. And the GI tract is definitely not mobile, and that's what gastroparesis is, paralysed gastrointestinal tract. So it doesn't move things along normally. She needs to use a lot of industrial strength medications to get things moving. And of course, by doing that, it changes things like the electrolyte, causes pain, And those things in combination can trigger into seizures with electrolyte imbalance. Heart rate drop 48, 47, 46. Oxygen stats are okay at 98. I'm actually going to bring the head of your thing up so you can increase your blood pressure, hopefully. Why? Because I'm expecting it, because you're still showing signs of dystonia at the moment. Your head hurts? Right, well, I need you to take 2 medications for me.
Why?
Because I'm a pain in the neck and I give you medications simply because medications actually help you. Okay? You don't want to be in pain all day. Let's go. Good girl. Dyan struggles with the concept of taking certain types of medication. She's very avoidant. It's part of her autism. Part of it's tied into the interoception, understanding that she has these conditions. She'll feel the feelings but not understand why she's feeling discomfort, pain, agony and suffering. So there's a real difficult balance point between understanding what can we identify where the pain is, what the intensity of the pain is, how it's actually affecting her, and then what type of medication is actually required to actually alleviate that pain. These are massive challenges. Then she's allergic to so many different things, so she can't take a lot of heavy painkillers. And some pain relief actually causes other problems with the gastroparesis. So you're in a literal catch-22 situation. You fix one issue, it has an impact and a piece on other issues.
Collarbone's like a river.
Have you been flooding your collarbone with water?
Yes.
Okay. You're a drip, aren't you, at the best of times? Let's keep that close at hand, thank you, just in case. It's just water. It's all right.
It's spittle.
Okay, so we've had the first of the heart rate drops. Have you had any chest pain, Dyan?
No.
No, you're telling me the truth?
Oh.
Yes.
You please rub my feet.
I can rub your feet. Why are your feet sore?
They're saying that when I get like I've been walking.
You've been walking 1,000 miles.
1,000 miles.
What are you, the Proclaimers?
I cannot walk 1,000 more. And I was in a wheelchair.
Exactly. She was not doing.
Kmart.
Yeah.
Getting my stuff for hospital.
That's all we're doing.
It's not fun.
No, these stools are actually very good, so I can actually slide around and get to a good working level for Dyan, which is helpful.
$20 from Kmart each.
Yes, not sponsored, but hey, Kmart, if you want to sponsor me or sponsor her, trust me, she needs to be sponsored. This one.
If you want to know where the bargains are, ask me.
Yeah. Now, this condition 22q, it's an umbrella diagnosis representing so many other things. It's had other names along the way. Velocardiofacial syndrome, DeGeorge syndrome, Spritzen syndrome, many different other little sub-names. Over the years, as they've evolved genetic research for the DNA, they've realised that all these little sub-conditions are all under the same DNA code, that same specific location on the 22nd chromosome, so they're all actually now bundled under that 22nd chromosome, either as a deletion, microdeletion, or a duplication, where you replicate.
I cleaned the top of my wardrobe today.
Or maybe that was silly. Maybe you've overexerted yourself with your pacing that you should be doing.
I had to get everything done before hospital. I've recovered my geode from my kitchen.
Right.
I made
with
2
resin.
extra coasters because I've only got 4 coasters to my 6-pack of placemats.
So some more
So I
resin
short
art.
2, so I made 2 coasters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud of myself.
You should be very proud of yourself because you actually got to do some art.
But
You haven't done
because
art
it's
for a while.
winter, it's not dry.
It's very cold temperatures here, and that's what we've been dealing with, isn't it? Just checking stat levels. Heart rate's at 60, oxygen's at 98, so everything's stabilised
I
there.
want those things dry, but they won't.
It'll
So I
take a
go
few more
back
days,
now.
won't it?
Yeah, I'll have to wait till I get home.
You will
now.
have to wait till you get home, I'm sorry.
I don't like this life.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to hospital. I don't want to go.
I get that. I actually do understand what that's all about, so it's not fair.
Please, I don't want to go to I have to.
You do, darling. Your doctor wants you to do this, and it's safe for you to do so because we need to check on things, remove some things, obstructions, and see what the level of things are going and get some help. Unfortunately, if you don't test, you don't find, and we've always worked that out that along the way you have to do tests.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to
I'm going with you. It's okay. I really do get it. I'm sorry about the discomfort and the distress, Barbara. I really am. It's not fair. It's not fun. It's not comfortable, and the procedure's not fair and fun either.
I could be seeing horses instead.
You could be doing what's seeing the horses. She could be, but unfortunately we're not. But what we'll do, as soon as we get out, after we get out, I'll take you to the zoo. Okay?
See the monkeys and the penguins and the tigers.
100%. Even
And
if it's
the
a cool day,
orangutans.
we will rug up and we will sit there and
the
watch them for
orangutans.
heaps. Yeah.
Because they're sad.
Yeah, so let's give them some joy. We'll bring you along and you can do some stand-up comedy.
They laugh at me already.
Well, there you go. You're brightening someone's day, the orangutan's day. So we'll go to the purpose search just down the road after we've been to the hospital and you've come out of it. Okay? Tick. It's 7:01 p.m. You feeling okay?
Yeah.
What can you feel in your body or what can you feel in your head? Can you tell me to describe it?
I just feel like I can't feel my body very well.
Okay, so there's a bit of a detachment and feeling the parts. Can you feel me touching your fingers at the moment?
Yeah. I'm trying to heat off my back.
Secondary tick. Okay, probably going to a tonic-clonic seizure, 7:01 p.m. Sorry, Zara, you need to move out the way, darling. We're getting upper body torso contractions. Heart rate is at 56, oxygen sats are at 96. Just getting ready for a tonic. Okay, bub. We've got more segmented cranial dystonia, both with blepharism and romandibular. I haven't applied medical oxygen because her oxygen saturation levels haven't actually dropped down. 2 or 3 days ago, we were actually getting oxygen saturation levels down to 75%. 75%. Now, that was also while she was under and using a medical oxygen concentrator. That was actually supplemental oxygen being applied, and I still couldn't get enough oxygen in, only able to attain 75%. So we are having to have conversations with the respiratory because I do need to get hold of some medicinal oxygen cylinders to improve the throughput delivery and the quality of the oxygen that's actually being provided when it drops out. Doing really well, Boo Boo. This condition is very variable, as is each day. We don't know what's going to happen. Some days it could be Tourette's, some days it can be just dystonia. Sometimes it can be a full dystonic storm affecting most parts of her body. Some days it can be various different types of seizures. The pre-ictal interval, as you saw, was the walking, dysmetric sort of walking. This is part of the generalized dystonia. It's chorea. Greek word meaning to dance. It's part of the rhythmical movements.
This is your Google Maps.
No.
Dyan takes CBD.
We have Google Home Automation set up for automated time reminders for Dyan to know when to take certain medications. Cognitively, she's been able to hear that. She's already had that medication as part of the early intervention medications I've given her. Okay, your shoulder. Elbow. Okay.
I really need it.
Okay, let's have a look. The hinge joint on the right hand side has just subluxed out, but it looks like
It's in again.
it's in again. Okay, could you try not to do that again for me? Not that you have any say of it, I know.
Please make this to stop. Just make it stop.
Now, my concern is you had medications at 5:15 for clonazepam, 2 milligrams, which is a muscle relaxant, and yet still after that, you're showing indications of going into this. We might have to increase your clonazepam level before we have to give you any other emergency medications. So the clonazepam as a muscular relaxant will actually help you. I think that's my preferred medication of choice at the moment because the dystonia is not stopping as I can see in your face.
I was doing fine. I was just eating dinner.
You're eating dinner, but now you're going to tell the people at home what some of the triggers have been to dystonia.
What did I do wrong this
How much
time?
coffee did you have?
Not today.
Yesterday, and it has side effects onto the next day. She had 2 coffees. I know, it doesn't sound like much. Are you doing a Wednesday Addams at the moment, folding your arms and giving me that side-eye glance? Yeah, she is actually. Yesterday, because of having a nocturnal seizure, that went from 3:15 to 4:15 tonic-clonic seizures during the night.
Bed
She woke up with nocturnal neuresis, wetting the bed. That was what woke her at
because I
4:15.
had the seizure before.
But that also then triggered the fact that she stayed up. We were awake at 4 o'clock in the morning.
So
We
I
have
needed
had
the
disrupted
coffee.
sleep, but because of having the disruptive sleep the next day, that's what leads to more seizures because you're not getting good quality sleep routine. You've had additional coffee, which you've used as a stimulant to wake you up.
Let's try this so I can watch my show.
You would like some clonazepam, would you?
I don't know what that crap is, but you know what? It all sounds the same to me. Oopsie daisy. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I need a bigger caddy the way I'm going with
I
stuff.
told you to go to Bunnings and
Then get one.
a bigger one.
Yeah, but the problem is, the bigger it gets, it's like finding places for it to be kept and being able to carry it in case of emergency. So we want to keep things contained to just what we need, and that has got everything
this
I
one's
need.
that size
Pop in.
higher.
Yeah, size actually extra height on the sides of the caddy would actually be a useful thing. I agree. You can see my caddy over here. It is actually jam packed with everything emergency wise that I need, whether I need to go on the road with it, whether I'm working it from here or another location in the house, even carrying and travelling into hospital. We'll take this along with the medical oxygen. We don't know, just even in travelling or just in a waiting room before we actually get under clinical care, whether Dyan's going to go into respiratory distress, cardiac distress, dystonia, Tourette's, seizures of any type. You'll be wearing your crash helmet, that's for sure.
No.
It went down. It's very hard to swallow with the dysphagia. You can have a little bit more drink if you like, just to follow it down. What we don't want to do is get it into your lungs down the wrong pipeline, okay?
No.
That's when you go to 45.
No.
That's good. Just enough for blood pressure to be increased for your orthostatic intolerance, but not too much. I know the nausea is still there, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you have any headache pain at all, Don?
What other things am I allowed to eat tonight?
At the moment, nothing, sweetie.
No chocolate, no ice cream?
Yes, you can have some ice cream. That's fine. That's a safe food. Oh, I know, right?
I'm allowed?
You're allowed.
Good.
Definitely.
Where will this be on?
The medications that I've given work fairly quickly.
No, I mean, like, I just
Procedure and all
get,
that. Yeah. I know. Well, that's tomorrow. So we've got to get one more sleep. Tonight's the sleep. Tomorrow morning you'll have a shower first thing in the morning. All your bags, and my bag's packed as well because I'm obviously going in with Dyan. I will be with her 24/7 throughout the whole thing to make sure that she is safe. Managing the communications in hospital. Dyan, being an autistic, struggles in the hospital environment with medical PTSD.
What if something goes wrong?
Nothing's going to go wrong. They'll abort and they'll actually not continue with the procedure.
What
I've
if
spoken
my heart's
in
not
length.
strong enough?
No, your heart will be strong. Like I said, you'll be under the anaesthetist, which is probably one of the best doctors in the hospital, and they'll be carefully monitoring all vitals. They'll be acutely aware of what's been happening beforehand. There's massive handover. There's lots of paperwork which I've printed out for the team, and you'll be looked after in the ICU, probably then onto the neurology ward, depending on what part of your body does what, if anything. Okay? So it's all right. I've got the teams there to do all this, so you'll be safe.
What if they're not smart enough?
They will be smart enough, it's okay. And if things are too bad, we'll be aborting and not going through with it, which will be a bit of a pain in the neck, but better safe than sorry, okay? But the reality is, I've spent hours speaking to the anaesthetist and the admissions team to make sure everything is known about Dyan, all the possible reactions, which can be lots, obviously with her condition, and we've got you. Okay. Now, patients with 22q11.2 deletion syndrome, 65% of them will have seizure and seizure-like activity. That's part of it. About 5.6% of them will have epilepsy. So that's also another consideration. Communication-wise, 20 to 30% will have autism, 40 to 60% will have ADHD. Communication is an issue for Dyan. That's why we have a health guardian in these cases of emergencies. So there's an EPG, an enduring power of guardianship. I can assist her in the hospital environment and assist her with communication, also understanding the terminology, expressing herself, because she's not also going to be very good at understanding and explaining her pain threshold or where she's at or what her needs might be. We do have a communications passport that's also packed. Apart from the AAC, the augmented alternative communication device that she uses, it's the iPad. The communication passport explains Dyan and her condition to the nursing and medical teams so they can get to know her and how to best manage and treat her.
Anything coming out of
I
my
can't see in that
patch?
particular patch. No,
This patch,
I can't see with these ones.
this
No.
one.
Dyan's got 3 little clear pimple patches on that she's put on to try and help her face at the moment.
You can't see anything.
I can't see anything being drawn out at the moment, Missy.
Oh no.
Oh no. How are you feeling?
Something's not gonna work.
It'll probably work. Sometimes it'll take a little bit longer.
I want my art to be dry.
I would love your art to be dry.
Before I
You
go
got
to
things
hospital. Okay, my ADHD brain's not ready.
Right. Well,
I need another
I think we need
day.
to relax your ADHD brain
No,
just
I
a
need
somewhat.
another day.
Mm-hmm. Oxygen stats are good at 96%, quite
I made
stable.
a good hanger
Heart
for
rate's
my...
at 66%.
I made a good hanger for my handbag.
You did, didn't you? You put your handbag up there.
I'm
Well done,
super
you.
organised.
Right.
I'm on fire.
This girl is on fire.
Yeah. Hospitals motivate me to get stuff done. Isn't it funny? When you got nothing going on, it's just random life. You're lazy, right?
Right.
Like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And then when all of a sudden you're busy and you think, oh, I've got things to do before I go do that. It's amazing what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then tonight I cleaned one chest of drawers dusting.
Right,
One.
and she cleaned one chest of drawers and then went straight into Dysmetric, walking with
Pretty
ataxia,
much.
dystonia,
Well,
and
first
seizures.
I had dinner.
Yep, and there's dinner, which is what set your stomach off with the gastroparesis and the nausea.
Well, they don't make the tins. They've got tiny tins and massive tins and no in between.
So there's no Goldilocks, you know, the just right,
No in between.
not too small, not too big, just in the
My
middle,
tummy,
just right.
if it eats too much,
Yeah, it doesn't actually help. I think the exacerbator here for you will be the dystonia, which will be causing a lot of these contractions in the
I
abdominal
also
region.
had sushi.
You did have some sushi today, yes. Was it nice?
Well, I had to go to Kmart and get my travel stuff
For
my
your hospital bag?
hospital bag, so I thought I deserve some sushi
Yes, you do. You do deserve some sushi.
because I'm
I
about
agree
to
with that.
be starved. They're giving me broth
Right.
like I'm in prison. Broth.
Broth.
And I'm going to be wearing greens. Literally, the gowns are green.
Yes.
I hope they have different colours this time.
I hope they have different sizes that fit you this time as well.
Oh, last time was ridiculous.
Dyan being a person with very small
Can I
stature,
have the kids'
failure
ones with
to
the pictures
thrive
on them?
because of her
It's
22q.
better.
Not only does she have microcephaly, which is a very, very small head size, 2 standard deviations less than
But
the
gowns
general
look
population for
ridiculous.
females her age. But
It's
the
like wrap
gowns,
it around me
the blood
5
pressure
times.
cuffs can be wrapped around 5 times.
No, what they do is they
Catheters, speculums, they don't have them in the right
go
size
to,
that actually
they go
work.
to paediatrics and they get me a cuff and then they strap it to my bed.
Yes, a personalised disposable single-use cuff, which is in small size, juvenile size.
Correct.
I know, because that's important too. Because even having something which is too large creates an inaccuracy by 5 to 10% in the actual readings
Ow.
on the devices. So it is important to have the right equipment for the right person.
God, I'm craving like so many cool foods.
Okay, that's not good.
No, I want Chinese.
Okay, that won't be it. I'm sorry.
The casino's just up the road.
Yeah, that's
they have
nice.
the best buffet.
Right, you want a buffet meal.
Best buffet. At
Is this
the
because you're about to
casino.
go into the torture of not being able to eat and having to cleanse yourself out that now you're thinking, boy, I really want food? Tell you what, after you come
Krispy
out of the procedure,
Kremes.
then you can have some bowel loading. You can actually have some food that you can stomach and eat. How's that sound? Not only are you going to go to Perth Zoo, but you can have some nice food.
I can't even go to Perth Zoo. Can't afford it.
Yes.
And I can't even afford Krispy Kremes.
Well, you know
Do
what?
you know how much Krispy Kremes cost these days? It's like eating gold.
It's like an arm and a leg, isn't it? Oxygen stats are great at 98, heart rate's at 54
I'm
and dropping.
fine.
Yeah, she's fine, she says. Can I just take your blood pressure one more time and let's see if we are still going fine?
Sure.
How's the rest of your body feeling? No more contractions,
Numb.
cramps?
I feel numb.
Okay, still feeling a little bit numb. Fuzzy in the brain? I'm actually going to take you down low just to take your blood pressure properly this time.
Okay, that's really what I do.
It is low, because I want to take it in supine lying down just to see what difference it
God,
makes.
he's so dramatic.
Oh, who's dramatic? I'd rather be relaxing and watching TV because I'm not going to be getting much sleep for the next few nights myself, personally.
Ow, higher. You're doing my elbow now. Now you're doing the elbow.
Well, you know why? You put all these
The
things here.
UWA bloody junior doctor did my elbow. I was trying to be nice to my, younger generation, but I wanted to hit him. He was strangling my elbow.
Now, just sit quietly for a couple of seconds before I take your reading because I want
Yeah,
to neutralise
right.
your
Good
settings.
luck.
You, quiet, never. I know. It's impossible, isn't it?
Ask my mother.
Mm. Temperature is 37.4. The Panadol Osteo that I've just given along
I'm
with
a
the gabapentin.
Even when I wasn't talking properly, I just parroted
Yeah, so 37.4 for temperature has actually gone
over
up.
and over.
The Panadol Osteo 365 as well, 665, sorry, and also the gabapentin 300 milligrams that I've just provided. I know, I'm just waiting for you to relax and not talk because I know you can't do that.
Why does my face muscle hurt?
Because you're engaging your face muscles through dystonia. When you have the segmented cranial dystonia, it actually works all the 44 different muscles in your face.
44 muscles?
44 muscles. I guess a new way of giving a facelift is having dystonia. Work those facial muscles. Just relax them quietly. Sit. So hopefully the Panadol Osteo will bring Dyan's temperature down a little bit. The room temperature is a nice even temperature. It's the 23.9 degrees. It's 14 degrees outside and it's dropping. It's been cold the last couple of days. It's 7:17 p.m. Oxygen status have just dropped down to 94%. Okay. Blood pressure 88/55. Heart rate 56. So we expected to see her around the 80E5. So that will be the expected sort of reading over 55 that I'm wanting for her. That's her normal baseline. So that's good.
It's not normal.
You're not very normal at all at any point in time. Not when you've got postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Oxygen stats are going down to 92%. We'll probably get some alarms in a moment. You don't have any chest pain at all, done?
No.
I think I should have given him a bigger caddy. Chicken. Oxygen stats are flapping around. They're going back up now. They're just hitting 91. They've gone back up to 94. 95, but then going back down again. Dan's a bit all over the shop at the moment.
Am I awake or not?
I don't know. How are you feeling, kitten?
I'm not sure.
Oxygen stats at 96, heart rate's at 52. It's at 90% of oxygen levels that we actually engage the supplemental oxygen. So that's on standby, ready to use if need be.
No.
Heart rate's at 54. We've only had the one major crash into the 40s during this episode. A lot of the dystonic contractions seems to be settling down, so it's responding to the medications that have been provided. Not seeing any focalized dystonia in the legs or hands. The facial engagement has lessened considerably. What's happening for
My
you?
feet are so much pain.
Your feet are in pain.
I'm walking 1,000 miles in Ireland.
In Ireland. Okay. What do you reckon? Does Mummy walk 1,000 miles back to sleep for you?
Where's
Max, he's probably chilling in the sink, I think.
She's looking up for dinner.
No, he's out and about. He's relaxing.
I forgot him.
No, I would never forget my Max. He's okay.
Where's my Mac?
He's out and about playing somewhere.
Mac.
Probably sleeping, like I said, in the sink. Oxygen stats at 97, heart rate's at 55.
I need a Max cuddle.
You need a what, sorry?
A Max cuddle.
A Max
Please.
cuddle. Okay, feet. What's happening with the feet?
It is like as if we're walking like over Australia.
You've been walking all around Australia.
Yeah,
She's not a bit dramatic, is she, at all?
just in one day.
It's just in one day. Well, you would have been speed walking. What are you doing? A Kath and Kim?
Supergirl.
You're a supergirl, absolutely. You need to engage overdrive to be able to achieve that one.
I'm jet powered.
You're jet powered. Yes, well, sometimes you can be. Not in the way you're thinking.
Funny, huh?
Yes.
Look at the horse.
There are horses on the screen, aren't there?
I just live in the bush.
Yes, well, we've been thinking that. Sometimes we like to get away from civilization and just relax away from the stresses.
I'm in the city.
Yeah, you're not a city girl, are you? You're a country girl at heart. You're brought up in the lower southwest of Western Australia in a small country town called Denmark on a country hobby farm. You enjoyed having animals. Oxygen stats are okay at 97. Heart rate's at 53 though.
Oh, my animals.
No head pain, no chest pain. No, just feet in pain.
Feet, me.
Okay, and you're still quite
Tired.
spacey and very tired looking,
Very
fatigued,
tired.
very tired. Okay, well, I'm glad that
It's been
tomorrow
a
morning.
long couple of days.
Doing what?
It's taking. Hey,
Preparing to get a bag ready to go to hospital.
I'm disabled.
I know
For a
that.
normal person, it's like, oh, that'll take me about an hour.
Yeah, sure. For
2
you,
days.
2 days. And you already had a bag
I've been
prepared.
working hard.
We always have a bag prepared
No,
on
no,
standby,
but it
but
needs to be
she had to prepare it, you know.
No, it had to be redone because
Yes,
it
OCD much.
was a bit messed around. We've moved a lot.
Yeah.
Things weren't in
Oh,
the
yeah.
right place.
And for different procedures, you need different things.
It was just all a mess, and
Mhm.
I needed a few things from Kmart
Too true.
to help travel things. I need to do this cheap because I can't afford to buy like everything in the big size.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did it. My bag's ready, including fidgets.
Oh, I thought that was first of your priorities, is getting all your autistic fidget toys ready to go.
My colouring in book
Yeah.
and all sorts of activities.
Things to prepare for hospital.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, guys, you will be seeing us at the hospital and going through a range of things over the next couple of days, few days. We don't know how long for.
We don't know how long.
We're going to go and just wing it. We don't know whether and which ward we'll end up
We're
in.
taking it
Most
day
likely on the
by
neurology
day.
ward because of Dyan's predominant conditions of neurology, maybe cardiac or respiratory in the ICU, I don't know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the procedure goes ahead and hopefully it goes smoothly, which would be nice, and then we can recover her by rebuilding her nutrients and getting her back up and going and then on to
Will I
nice
get
things.
to have pizza?
You can have some pizza afterwards.
Some gluten-free pizza.
Some gluten-free pizza. That sounds
My
nice.
favourite is pepperoni.
Pepperoni, yum.
I like pepperoni pizza. So it's a little bit like you know the mouse on the movie
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favourite movies, guys, and I get super excited when I see it. That should be on my iPad.
It should be on your favourite to watch
I wonder
movies.
if it's expensive to buy. Can I buy it?
You can buy. We can have a look
Alright,
at that. We'll
I might
download it onto the
download
iPad.
tonight. So
Because we can't afford the internet at the actual hospital either,
No.
so we have to use what's on the iPad to watch locally for
You know
Dyan.
what?
It's
TV
about $15 a day.
and internet's $15 a day as a public patient.
And then car parking's about $24 a day. For me, if I'm trying to buy some food or
It's
drinks,
ridiculous.
we can spend
$30
$30 a day. It just adds up going in as a public patient because
Like
obviously as a
$100
carer,
a
guardian, I
day.
need to be there, but they don't look after me in that regard, so I've got to look after myself.
So I
deal with
think
it
I'm
all.
going to download Ratatouille because my favourite pizza
Ratatouille.
is pepperoni.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good to watch. I like
You
that.
made a pepperoni.
What are the other shows that you've got? You've got The Heat with Sandra Bullock.
Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy, yeah.
And I've got Tammy.
Tammy,
Melissa McCarthy.
cool. Some funny ones to watch. Well, it's good to be able to watch some funny shows, and watching it
So
over and over and
funny.
over again is
So
perfectly fine.
funny, Melissa McCarthy in Tammy.
Yeah.
So funny. She's so on the spectrum. It's just not funny.
Oxygen test is stabilised at 98%. Heart rate seems to be
Is it-
quite level at 53 right now.
These two are not in.
The twos are not in. Okay, I'll work on that. There you go. There's one.
One. There might be two more.
There's one there too. These down
That one's
phalanges.
stiff.
It's a bit stiff, isn't it? That's your operated toe. That's why it's
Goes
not as
side
good.
to side as well.
Yeah, I will. So, guys, thank you very much for being around. You saw the start of this episode, didn't know where it was
No
going to
seizure.
go. We need to watch the video back so you can watch her seizures and watch her tics and watch her dystonia, and she can watch her walking as she goes along as well. Hopefully tonight we won't be having too many episodes, so we're going to keep the medication levels up, and we'll be watching her with close observance. Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, we'll go off to hospital.
Away from me. Who does that?
Cruelty at its finest, isn't it?
I'm in prison. These people are torturing me. They're taking my basic human rights away, which is to food.
Not fair, is it, when you have to go into a procedure?
Do you not understand autism and food? It's a thing.
It's the thing. It is the thing. Big thumbs up of encouragement. If you have
They'll
got
tell
questions,
ya.
ideas, or suggestions, please do leave them below. Thank you as always for your support and your kindness on the channel.
You know what I should.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification
I
bell.
didn't my bovril. Now I can't have my broth that I can make myself.
Honey, we couldn't make it in hospital anyway. We don't have the facilities to make it. I'm afraid.
Broth.
They do have broth. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for standing by, and see you down tomorrow. Bye. Wish you luck.